play the role of Šrajk. It's an extremely emotional role of a completely emotionless being, and that's really weird to play.
No one's got magic powers. No one's descended from a mythical deity. We're trying to make all real human beings. The exception of Šrajk.
I do not sleep.
I read the script, I found it fascinating from page one. And then when I got to Šrajk, everything just exploded off the page. I felt, oh, Šrajk is the role. I just responded to it in a big way.
You made me a promise, Ester Show.
Šrajk is what they call a resurrected man. He was once a human being. When these wars happened just before the traction era, they would take a lot of the dead bodies from the battlefield and turn them into stalkers.
All their internal organs are replaced with engines and pumps and circuitry.
Dead ringer for me, isn't he?
Within Šrajk are these shards of his soul, these vestiges of memory.
As time has gone on, he's connecting with more and more bits of his old personality. He takes on Hester, and some primitive part of his memory is triggered.
He represented such a challenge for an actor because of the complexity of the character, the mystery of the character. I just wanted to try my hand at him, and of course he went right to my heart. In some fashion, both of these characters, Esther Šow and Šrajk, are each other's salvation. They humanize each other.
Hester has a lot of love for Šrajk, but they just express it in a completely different way than two typical human beings would. At the end of the day, he gave her stability and compassion and a home. To Hester, he's her stepdad, you know, or she's his adopted daughter.
She broke her promise.
Everything brings us to a moment of truth between Šrajk and Hester, where he recognizes a quality that he didn't know he was capable of, and that quality is love. He does what a good father would do. He gives her up.
Release you, Esther.
He's got that sort of the grace that Šrajk needs. Despite being a kind of 8-foot-tall monster, Šrajk is going to be graceful. He's going to be like a panther or something. And tremendously intelligent, I think. And he's read all the books and knows more about them than I now do.
That generation of stalkers were all given the names of birds. Šrajk is the butcher bird. It's a predatory bird, but it's different than hawks and eagles and vultures and other predators. It hangs its prey out to dry.
He was the most researched on Šrajk. He came in and he could quote passages from the book and moments that he thought would be cool. It was just very, very apparent from our first meeting, this has to be our Šrajk.
Šrajk is here.
There's a lot of trial and error in terms of how does this resurrected man move and how does he sound?
Always sad, Esther.
The concept of a predatory bird began to take root just in terms of posture, stillness, in terms of how you make your kill. That's all helpful. And then when you get on the sound stage, you sort of unleash it.
What a pleasure to work with Slang and see his interpretation of the character and to actually just go all in a grey suit with black and white dots all over you. Sometimes that's more awe-inspiring than seeing an actor pull off a great performance when they just look 100% the deal, when you see someone who's just giving it everything.
They seem happy. If they're happy,
I've been in this business a long, long time, been acting a long time, so to be involved in something that's so new for me, it's just a wonderful opportunity for an old dog like myself to have to learn some new tricks.